There we go. All right. So here on a Wednesday night live. There we go. And let's see here. That. And Facebook. All right, there we are. Now, all right. Put you over here and you can just watch me unbox stuff. You can. Right, I got this. Right. That's good enough. Trash. All right, there we go. Hey, we got one watching. What's up, Joseph? How you doing, buddy? Top chat. What are we doing this evening? Well, just taking the cork out of some of this stuff I got from my little tiny wood lathe, and it came with a tool that was just terrible. And so, might want to call it unpacking the groceries. So, I broke my rule and decided I was going to try out some of this Temu stuff, since my wife bought this dog kennel or dog house, and Good just got in from work. Yeah, I had a long day. I hope yours was better than mine. I took that long-term subbing gig, teaching sixth graders for 5 weeks, and I've got this week and next week, and I'll be done. But it's been some wild times. Seems like this year's sixth graders are wound up. I guess they were who would have been like kindergartners, first graders during COVID. And hey, Keith. Hey, do you either of you all know how to when you do this horizontal, how do you get the chat to be on top all the time? Maybe that's it. I don't know. Anyway, so I had to buy bandsaw blades. I was cutting out spoons, and I don't know, the blade that was on that, I couldn't tell you how old it was. It's the one that was on that saw when we took it out of my father-in-law's garage after he passed away. And I've used the heck out of it. But it just finally gave up and kind of fell apart. Took next week off from work. Joseph, I'm sure I have lathe envy. I'll show you mine here in a minute, and you're going to laugh. Just maybe put the seatbelt on your recliner so you don't fall on the floor. These saw blades for this little Protect saw came off of Amazon. I got 3 blades for about $24. And it came with the 3/16. I think it's got like 14 teeth per inch. And then it came with the 3/8 and a 1/4 inch. And so I'm going to put that scroll blade on because I have so many of these spoons and stuff to cut out and so many angles that I'm afraid that if I use the wider blade, which to me would be the heavier duty blade, then I'll probably not be very long until I get a twist in it, and that'll make me upset. So I'll set that there. These others I'm just going to put back in the bag. So how's our week going? Is it good? Is it bad? Other than being a little wild because of the students, mine's not been bad. Like, I love the school I'm working at. They have a nice little, the building culture is good. They seem like they're, like they've got them all moving in the same direction, which is a good thing, at least from my perspective. I'm sure somebody has a complaint because somebody always has a complaint, but anyway. Extra blades look like a So, all right, yeah, let me show you this lathe. Isn't she cute? What kind you get, Joe? Anyway, other night I got it out of the box and I started to turn on it, and then got called into the house, and I haven't got back to it yet, but it'll sit right in the top tray of my machinist toolbox. So I liked it. It was a whole $30. Only came with one tool, this little thing right here. I don't know what it's made out of, but it's just about as sharp as can be. But I think I need some things with some angles, and I've got a set of those little cheap carving knives like these things come with sometimes, and they're absolutely the wrong thing. And then got myself a little marking gauge, or marking wheel as it was. And this is set in centimeters on one side and set inches on the other side. And so I have no complaints about that. I will kind of trying to set all my dovetailing stuff together so that when it's time, I can just do projects. Those are replacement blades for the lathe chisels I got. Here in a minute, I'll get those out. I'm not reviewing this stuff. I try not to do that. I had budget X to be able to do this with, and I didn't know if I was going to pick up turning or not, so I, just like my laser and my small CNC, I got the minimum I could get by with. And that'd be tape for my miter station once I get that set up the way I want it. I'm sorry for not carrying you all around everywhere I go. Yeah, Cat is in here. Woodworking 52. Vinny. Boy, I see this party has drawn the finest people. Hey, Ray, love the snowflake video. I need to make some of those. And thank you all who follow my videos when they come out. I appreciate that so much. My chat was stuck there for a minute. Halfway down, Amy. I'm going to scroll back here a little bit. I was running my mouth and not paying attention. Hey, Joseph, if you need some practice cleaning up a shop, you could come over and practice here. I wouldn't mind. It needs it. Don't leave. No. You need my knife. So that little tailstock that's on that mini lathe has no adjustment to it whatsoever. It's just fixed. So I spent $7 to get myself a little tailstock with, with the screw on it. And then it came with two different size little spindles, and then for the drill chuck, it came with these little spurs. So that's the accessories I actually need for that, not so much all of the little, the filler tools. So let's see what this thing does here. And I don't want to get into doing like reviewing and all that stuff, but I had this box of stuff and no real plan for the live other than I had a hectic day and I wanted to come to the shop and do something. So, all right, so there we are. We got us a ball bearings, so we got us a live center. And eventually I'll have a little clear tray for the toolbox over here, but right now I'm just putting things in drawers so that they will be ready to find when I need them. Little pieces here. That's my chuck. Why did I buy a lathe that is so small? Well, I'll tell you. Hey, Roy, welcome. Ray and Sandy. Yeah. You'll see. How's it going, Vinny? How's your day, Amy? Cat. His is spotless compared to mine. Joseph, it's only because I know where my dirt is and you know where your dirt is, but neither one of us is wise to where the other feller's dirt is. All right, let's see what these. Oh, these are those little chucks for the Dremel. Yeah. And quick change chucks for the Dremel. Jealous of all you carvers and turners, so I had to get my game together. The fun part is in doing the work, not buying all the stuff. And let's see here. Oh, does the tool work? Yeah, I believe the tool works. Oops. Helps if you hold the knife against the tool. Probably better accomplished with a pencil. Right, live television, folks, amateur presenter. But hey, it works. Cool. That's good because my little itty bitty center finder. Alrighty, that'll be my first red woodworking tool. Any of my carvers in here? Got myself a little tiny set of burrs. Well, there's 8 of them. Bathroom remodeling. Resin and glitter in the bathroom. Amy, please do not mention that to my wife. She's wanting me to paint our bathroom and she's wanting to do a backsplash around the sink in the kitchen. Oh, yeah. Ray, you and me both hate the bathroom remodeling. Vinny, how'd you get roped into the bathroom remodel? All right, these go in the Dremel box too. So. Yeah. I guess these are more like the Kutzall. Only think the Kutzall are probably way better quality than these, but I didn't really know what to get when I was getting burrs, so I got a couple of different kinds. That way I could figure out what would actually work for me and what I'm trying to do. Although, all right, come on, are we closing? Great. So we all having a good week? Hey. Uh-oh, loose hardware. Yep. And those are more for, yeah, I don't think those are, I think that's more for like a grinder. But, got a couple of these different carving discs try on. I don't know if they're in the account or not, but we're going to give them a try. I think I'm going to need a bigger box for my grinder stuff now. So is anyone building anything interesting this week? I seem to be doing chores. Did finish up the roller box. And pin bushings and so I think the little mini lathe will be fine for, like, I plan to use it to do like pens, honey dippers, that kind of stuff. Maybe some tiny chess pieces, but I don't need it to do anything big, but where did I put my pen case? Bottom drawer. There we go. All right. So I did get my cake knife partially cut out, but my blade broke on the bandsaw. I'll get that replaced here in a little bit. And I got this spatula kind of roughed out, but I think it was actually going because it got, like, you know, the 9-inch bandsaw, so you need a lot of tension on the blade. And like it started slipping, and then like I was just kind of rounding out the handle on that cake knife, and it just kind of gave up. I did get one of the spurtles out, but the walnut split, so I had to glue it. And then like one of my spoons and the maple decided it was going to have a crack, so that didn't go well. And this spoon I did on the CNC about a year ago, trying to see if that was a viable project on a 3018. No, ma'am, I don't make pens, but I'm going to learn, and I have odds and ends scrap wood that will be good for that. Oh, yeah, Ryan, he does awesome pens. Alan, you still in here? Hey, buddy. Oh, Old Path Fabrication. Hey, how you doing, bub? Yeah, he does awesome pens. All right, let's see if these blade tools are any account. Nice. I mean, it's not light. Handle could be nicer. I mean, it's all, you know, powder coated aluminum, but does come with decent tool. That's probably going to wind up getting glued because that will annoy me. I just have little tiny lathes, so we don't need a whole lot of tools sticking out there. Oh yeah, wickedly sharp. The only one I didn't get was the swan neck, and that's because this particular set, it said they were out. And then I logged back in this morning after these arrived, and it said they were in stock. So I ordered it, and it'll be here. I think these took 10 days. So, and you've seen the lathe. I'm not going to be in any great tearing hurry to carve a, well, I can't really do a bowl on that thing. It'd be more of a shot glass, but we'll get there eventually. Mostly I want to learn. I want to do, like I'm going to buy myself a bag of Bic pens, and I'm going to turn wooden pin bodies for those, and then I'll go and do some honey dippers and do those. And I figure buy a 10-pack of those big pens for a couple of bucks and make what I like about these, they're you get 4 blades. Mike, welcome everyone, all of you. Hey Mike, I'll show you this monster lathe here in a minute. It's huge. Gigantic even. Probably should call it the little lathe that could. So it seems like everybody's turning now, or is that like just me? All right, and there's this one. So see what chat's doing. Bulbous. Yeah, I've been trying to get that. Yeah, I don't begrudge any of you that need to go and grab a nap before you have to be at work. Pardon me. All right, Mike, brace yourself. There she is. The little lathe that could. Anyway, that's got to be better than the tool that it came with. All right, so that being that, mostly just hey, Old Path Fab. The other night on the live where Alan, Old Path, pointed you out, I looked up your channel and I subbed. Mike, right in the top well of the tool chest, and the tools will fit right in there with her. It's only if I can get them to play nice. Pardon me. All right, I'm gonna not that brew. There we go. And these can go right in here. Yes, I talk to myself. As long as I don't answer myself, I think I'm safe. Not banging around the Yeah, that blade has a, they say it has a 2.5 inch swing. I mean, it's huge. I mean, imagine the shot glass. So, anyway, where are we at? What are we doing? 36 minutes. Sorry to be all ugly on the screen and everything. Teaching 6th grade, we look like that. Mike, believe it or not, it's 24 volt. It comes with the cutest little power supply. And it's that nice shade of Genmitsu blue, so it'll match the little 3018. So yeah, and then instead of having a rotary switch, it's got this little multi switch. Not bad. I'd be afraid to run that thing at, full blast. It vibrates. But I clamped it down, and there, even with the little tool that they sent, did what it was meant to do. So I can't complain. And for $30, it wasn't a gigantic investment. So, I get myself a pack of Bic pens and turn some small pins and. Let's see, can I unplug that? There we go. And move you guys down here because I'm ready to sit. I don't really have a lot to share today other than I just wanted to hop on and see how everybody was doing because I'm having a busy, hectic kind of week, and it's like how I decompress. I don't have time to write anything. That's usually where my stress goes and whatever I'm writing. But, as far as shop stuff is coming along, we're getting ready for a couple upcoming craft shows during December. One is only like 4 hours, and the other one is kind of a come and go thing where they're not asking anybody to sit for the entire event, but they want you to be there 4 hours. And it's over a weekend. So we figured that we would try that one. It's a different showrunner than the one who was running our first craft show we went to out at the fairgrounds. It was an absolute disaster. So we figured we'd try it again, but these other things are just little pop-up. Oh, Old Path, you got some great folks in here. Joseph is great. Mike is making stuff is awesome. Let's see who else is still here. Got 7 people and 6 likes. I'm not doing too bad. My ratio is good. Ray and Sandy are awesome. I think Ray could build just about anything. Mike is one of those people who he just gets in. Kat makes awesome art. Amy makes awesome art. They do resin stuff. It's awesome. Let's see back here. 77 Rockets. Hey, Ryan. I hope I didn't miss you. All right, Ryan, if you didn't see it, I got the little lathe that could. I'm going to need all the help I can get. Thank you, Joseph. I had school yesterday. My wife always says I ought to take Veterans Day off. I was at school. They had a veterans breakfast. It was my plan period, and the student that I was going to take, if his granddad couldn't make it, his grandfather was able to make it. So I was getting my lesson plans and stuff together, and then picked up my kids from their music class. And then there's a knock at my classroom door, and the principal brought me coffee and donuts, and then they gave us these little red, white, and blue ink pens and a little thank you card. It was awesome. I don't usually get that kind of stuff. Chat, don't thank me. You guys shout my channel out all the time. If I can't shout out the people who are supporting me do this, what kind of person am I? I'm even doing YouTube because of all the encouragement. I started this channel 9 years ago. I did 4 videos and then stopped. And I met all of you guys a year ago, and here we are. Some of you way more recently than that, but I don't really have a lot to get into. The principal knows it. Joe, he is one of the good ones. He shares a lot of my thoughts on what has become of the curriculum, and I've got my students writing about practical learning subjects for their daily writing project. They need to do research and give me 200 words on one of the old trades. Or last week the extra credit was how to make cheese at home. This week is Old Path. We got Old Path Woodwork and Old Path Fab. Collecting the set. So anyway, I have them writing about practical things. I have some kids taking recipes home to do stuff at home, which is good because it gets them engaged with their family and everything else. What's Alan up to today? Might be a good idea to dust this old heater. This is the warmer cold weather heater. Need to get myself a kerosene heater because out here last winter when it was 9 degrees wasn't very fun. But still puts out pretty good heat. Tell you what, after a year sitting here gathering dust, I took the shop vac to it before I fired it up, and we still got a little fireworks. I'm glad that I got on. I'm glad you all have come. I'm sorry I don't have a project going on. It's just been a week. Small woodlot. Hey. Bouncing between Woodchucker and a few others. What's Woodchucker up to? Samantha Guthrie. Hey, how are you? Did she take over, Alan? Hey, you gotta stay mobile. I don't have any lumbar stuff, but I get sciatica from time to time, and I've got arthritis in my ankles, my knees, and my hips from jumping out of planes. And I went to physical therapy, and they gave me a band to do stretches. And then we belonged to a gym long enough to take advantage of the free trainer. And he showed me how to stretch all that stuff out. And so I don't have as much of that kind of trouble as I used to. but man, I'm telling you. The old bulging disc. Yeah, I can't. I don't have a fix for that one. Left leg pain from that. Yeah, the sciatica straight down my right hip into the back of my knee. Ray and Sandy, happy birthday. All right, y'all, let's sing them happy birthday. Oh, wait. We can't really do that. I've been asked not to sing on 3 continents. They don't even make me, or let me make a joyful noise at church. Take care of that, Joseph. Oh, yeah, right, Woodlot. Totally. Being part of the 2.5% that volunteer, and then they want you to be able to carry a Chevy up the side of a mountain. Would that make it Old Paths? You guys collab? And I'm sorry I can't remember all of your first names. Joseph is obvious. Ray and Sandy are obvious. Samantha is obvious. Kat is obvious. Amy is obvious. But like all of you named after your business, you may forever be named such. I'm terrible with names. Ray the old fart. Happy birthday, Ray. I'll do you the favor of not singing to you. My students ask me if I'm old. I say I'm glad to have made it this far. Mike, you're the same vintage as me. What about 54, 55? All right. Me too. I'll be 55 on November 22nd, day after this 6th grade nonsense is over with. August 21st. Yeah. Ray, you can't be 68. Clean service, motorcycle, automobile racing. Yeah, pretty much destroyed my back, neck, 8 breaks. Neck. Still pushing at 50. You keep going. All right, y'all. I have some papers I need to grade. Interim grades need to go in tonight by midnight. I've got a stack. So I think I'm going to call it. Just keep swimming. That's right, Joseph. 8 years older. Hey, you too, Joseph. Bless you all for coming. Thank you for supporting my channel. I wouldn't even be able to do this if it wasn't for all of you. If you haven't, please subscribe. Smash that like button if you would. I wouldn't either, Ray. But then again, I have to be careful because I can't say my mother's true age or she'll say my full legal name. She's 29 and a half with 48 years experience. Uh, Smallwood, I am teaching sixth grade language arts. They don't even have a shop program. The high schools call it vocational agriculture now, but if you don't go to a STEM school, you don't really learn to do any of those things. The one high school that I sub, the vocational agriculture teacher, in order to get a budget for lumber for the student projects, she actually knows someone who saves pallets for her, and they reclaim wood from the pallets because the school won't even buy her pine. And they do, I mean, they make the most of that. Yeah. All right, y'all, I'm going to call it so I can go get my work done. Spend a little time with the wife and the dog. It's a busy time of the year for my wife. She has an audit coming up, and so she's getting all that stuff ready. She'll be in Wisconsin for a week. Good night, Ray. Good night, all. God bless you. Thank you for coming.